Yep, it's your boy Joe Black. It's time to react. So, what did y'all expect? Y'all didn't expect Flacco to drop the name? I have really no. I don't have mixed emotions. Like I don't know which way this was to go. But we talking about a cat who talks about gang members like a racist. We talking about a guy who's not of the West Coast culture at all. We talking about a guy who let it be known early on when we were saying when he first got brought to No Jumper, he speak too much on gang politics with an opinion to not be from the West Coast, from California. We talking about a guy who clearly said, I am a civilian. I will talk to the police. So for him to have this burning information that was just tearing him up to where it went from LAPD has a month to 48 hours, it would have hit differently had he waited another month. I'm not on some content creator shit. I'm just saying it would have hit differently. However, the fact that he dropped this right now, is crazy and it's being picked up by everybody. Demon Time Exotics, uh, Trap Lord Rawls. Uh, it's Compton Rick Rock. Shout out to all y'all because y'all be working. And Wig TV. Shout out my guy Wig TV. Folks, it's finally happened. Poetik Flakko has just released a video where he is basically. However, do we blame Flacco? Was the name already in? Was this gentleman? Because I'm not gonna mention his name. I don't know who did what to Drakeo. All I'm gonna say is rest in peace, bro. Um, and that's another thing which I'm gonna touch on in a minute. I want to get my words right because I don't want to say the wrong shit and have people misunderstand what I'm saying. But my thing is this: was this gentleman's name already a name that the police were looking at as a suspect solely because this gentleman's out on bail for allegedly another situation similar? Wouldn't they have rebooked him? You know, when you out on bail for such a high profile type case, that what he's out on bail for, usually you got to check in. You know, you got to do some tapping in. However, um, I just feel like it's crazy. Did Munchie B spark this? That's another question. Did Munchie B spark this? Because you have to hold yourself accountable, Munchie B, for saying what you said, just so filled with disdain and hate for this brother who's now resting, that don't make me disrespect. You want me to disrespect him? I passed the bottle back and forth to the cat. Bro, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. Especially on a platform where whack is involved and nigga, they couldn't wait to nigga, that was downloaded and dubbed before the conversation you was having was over. At some point in time on the internet, you gotta know what not to say, which leads me to my other point. Yeah, the name is out there, and this is no shade at my guys who I watch, who are my peers when it comes to this. If this is what they choose to do, this is what they choose to do. Let me land this plane. I simply don't feel because Flacco dropped this man's name in this man's picture that I should do it too because it's already out there. I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that one bit. That's just me though. Now, if that's what other cats choose to do, does that am I saying that they're ratting? No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I'm not gonna repeat nobody's name in no form of open case, closed case, dismissed case. I ain't gonna speak. I ain't never had no co-defendants. I've never had the opportunity to be told on. Thankful for that, and that my crime life is behind me. That's cool. It is what it is. But we have to be responsible, especially us who come from those blocks and those streets. I'm not even going to front. You can take this how you want. There is a time to do the right thing when it comes to when it's involving a child. Do the right thing. I don't give a damn. You just sit by and let something like that happen, then there's something wrong with you. Unless you're gonna handle it yourself, and then there you are. Anyhow, those content creators and YouTubers who come from the streets, just be careful with your words. Um, to Flacco, you're a journalist, bro. You have officially crossed over into journalism. You're no longer just a YouTuber or a content creator. You have crossed over into journalism. Um, Muchie B, you shouldn't have said a word. Whether this sparked what's transpiring now or not, what you said shouldn't have been said. For real. I had to react. This is your boy Joe Black, West Coast.